So at some point, we've got to work it out, haven't we? Yeah. This is the kind of thing we get, isn't it? We get these lovely extracts from systems. The accounting systems is a big one, isn't it? You know, here it is, broken down month by month, how your business is performing. How can I report on this in Power BI? What do I need to do? Alright, lads and lasses, welcome along, Weekend work. So, as you can see, we've got some great data from an accounting kind of system, yeah? I've kind of mocked up the sort of thing that we see, right? I see these all the time. Someone's got a lovely finance extract, comes out, and I want to use Power BI. How can I put it in? How can I do more than the extract does, yeah? Alright, so here we are. I'm going to do this in Power BI desktop. It's easy enough to do, right? And it'll work. I'll take you through and show you how to do it as a data flow. That'll be in the membership area. So if you're members, you'll get the video that takes you through on how to do that. If you're not, we're going to start by opening up a file. Okay, you always start these kind of things by opening up a file. So what we're going to do is we're going to get data and import it from Excel, because place is putting them out in Excel, right? So just pick the first one, right? 2017. Okay, that's going to come through and say, and you can see the export gives it a default name. That's got for your system, whatever it is, right? But you've got to make sure it's got the right name. And because it's got kind of junk, if we look at the default table from the sheet, it's got all sorts of stuff on the top of it and everything like that. So I'm going to pick the suggested table, tick the box, right? And then transform data. So straight away I can see I've got the months, the month ends, everything like that. Got the month format for it. In Excel, you can see it wasn't there from the screenshots behind us, right? And I've got everything in here. So all I need to do now, right, is say, well, let's make the first row header, and I'm going to filter here. Now, I could filter on one of these to say get rid of the nulls from there, right, because we want to get rid of the rows that just are superfluous, right? In this case, I've got income and operating costs, right? They've got nothing, they're just headers in that report. So I'm just going to remove income and operating costs, okay? And just to show you kind of thing, you can do that, right? So I've now got the income and operating costs removed. I've just got the data file or the data table parts. Some of these are positives. Some of these are effectively going to be negatives, but they often seem to be displayed as positives on them. I've seen it both ways, right? It's not a big deal because at this point, it doesn't matter. We'll deal with it separately in Power BI, right? And now the magic happens, right? This is one of the most magic things in Power BI that everyone scans. Does what? Right? Unpivot. Unpivot other columns. I've got this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose transform, unpivot columns, and unpivot the other columns, right? And that's then going to unpivot it. Okay. There's a couple of gotchas that I've got to deal with here, right? And if we look at the advanced editor, it's easy to see what they are. Okay. So one of the things we have to do now is create a function. And the biggest thing that's going to stop us creating a function is where you've got data related to this instance in it. And in this case, we've got our column headings that have been rebranded are effectively labeled. So we have to get rid of this change type 1. So we get rid of change type 1. Okay. That's not going to break anything else, okay, because it doesn't matter. It's not relevant because we're unpivoting it. Now we've unpivoted it, what we end up with is subscriptions and we've got attributes. Okay. If you think this is 2017's figures. Now, when I convert this to a function and run it across it, what it's going to do is be able to combine 2017, 2018, 2019, and in the future, 2020, 2021, 2022, all into one big table of data, right? First things first, right? You have to have a parameter so that you can reuse it. So where's my parameter going to go? What am I going to do? Right? So I'm going to create a parameter from my home tab, create parameter or manage parameters, new parameter. Let's give it a name. Yeah. This is going to be file to open. And the default value is going to be, right, it'll be where the current one is. You can also have copied it from. So I've created a parameter, file to open. So if I come into here and we're going to the source, and you can see at the top here, and if you didn't have that at the top, okay, if you don't see that, under view, you need to have the formula bar ticked. It's below me logo, I'm sorry. Right? You have to have formula bar ticked. Tick formula bar and you can see it. right? So you can see I've got this on my J drive, right? I'm just going to highlight this and replace it with file to, and you see IntelliSense tells me, you've got a parameter, son. It's your parameter, right? Put it in. Okay, and nothing changes. You go, oh man, pretty rubbish at this, aren't you? Now it's changed. It's right. It's worked. All right. So what we need to do next is to create a function now from it, right? We've got this nice generic area that'll work. I'm choosing create function. Okay. And then you need to just give it a name. Okay. And it's going to be open accounts, I'm going to call it. Okay. And just click OK. Okay. And it's now created a little function you can see there. And we can give it a file name to invoke. So if we give it that and we say, let's put 2018 in there and click invoke, and you'll see it'll create a new table. So what I need to do now, I've got my basic formatting there. I'm dead good, me like, right? What I need to do now is work out a list of file names to handle it and paths, obviously. Right? So I'm going to create a new query here, new query. What we want to do is under more, we're going to pick a folder. So we're going to pick this and browse to me folder, connect. Okay. And the path, yeah, accountants. That's the folder that we're heading to, right? The accountant folder. And we can see in the accountant folder, I've got 3 spreadsheets. Not rocket science, this, like, is it? I'm going to transform the data. I'm going to highlight folder path, like this. And I'm going to hold down the control key and highlight name. And then under add column, I'm going to choose merge columns. It's tricky, this, like, isn't it? Click OK. I've got me merged column now. So all I really need is this. I can remove the other columns. Okay. You're going, you've got rid of the data, man. You need the data. I didn't need the data because I've got a function written that will pull the data. Oh, right. So what we do now is we're going to right click and we can create a new column from function. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to add column. So invoke function, open accounts, and it's going to use merged. I've now got 3 tables on there, and I can see at the bottom that they're valid. They've worked, haven't they? So we can then expand, take that, because we didn't want to include that. And there we go, right? So type an amount, yeah? And then type is going to be text, isn't it? Month end is going to be date, an amount. I'm going to put whole number, yeah? But you might want to pick fixed decimal, not included in it. And we've just got accounting. And then what I can do is I can go home, close and apply, right? And I've now loaded in that 3 spreadsheets worth of data. Next year, when I've got my new spreadsheet, I just dump it in that folder and it'll load up the year after, so on and so forth, yeah? So what do you reckon? It's not difficult, is it? And you can see, by starting with this, you can show benefit and you can show improvement. You can then start to justify why we need to give access to the raw system data. How can we get access to it? And that helps you start to have that discussion and start to lead your business in the right direction. So let us know what you reckon, yeah? As I said, if you join, if you're one of them, become one of the members, go to geordieintelligence.co.uk, sign up. If you're a member, you'll get access to some of the additional videos that we're going to start putting on there, taking these to the next step. But for now, take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend. Ta-da.